All right, another rapper beef. Now, I don't think there's actually any issues here, and Polo G was technically right in saying that a lot of media pages do kind of instigate issues between rappers and whatever, but at the same time, he does have to be smarter with what he posts online, and that also includes what he likes, because people are checking that, and like, it can be a cosign of what you believe when you like a tweet that kind of deteriorates another rapper's brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing he spoke out and said he doesn't really have any issues. But at first, people, it could be interpreted that Polo G does not mess with Ken Carson. Now, they're obviously way different artists, so it does, again, make sense. Polo G is more like attempting to be lyrical. I personally think he's kind of mid, but and he has a couple songs, don't get me wrong, but Ken Carson is more on like the newer style. And look, just read the tweet and then you'll understand. Like Ken Carson, of course, we talk about all these newer generation rappers where I do agree with what Polo G tweeted or liked, in that a lot of the rappers, we talk about this all the time, it's the forefront of their brand isn't necessarily even the music. That's just the end of the funnel. The beginning, the top of the funnel is their look, their image, their coolness. Like, people just mess with them. They're charismatic. They're cool people. And then how do they monetize from such followings? They drop music. It's almost like the 2016 era, except kind of just more hidden. Whereas they're actually much better at music than, say, the Lil Pumps or like the Bad Babies, or, you know what I'm talking about? Like the SoundCloud, the original SoundCloud / Instagram antics era, where Atlantic and other labels were just picking up people who were blowing up on Instagram and going viral, and they would just sign them to a label deal, put them in the booth in the studio with ghostwriters and songwriters, and just make songs, plug the auto tune. It was just utter garbage, but it got millions of views because these people already had the marketing or the following. So it's like an easy return for the label. So I think it's very similar concept to nowadays. If you have a following, usually it's because of how people think you like are cool, or because you dress nice. That's why your image and your brand, as we know, is as a whole, is much more important than just the music. Unfortunately, the music is kind of secondary at this point. But anyway, what was tweeted yesterday was Ken Carson by Underground Sound. Shout out to them. Ken Carson is currently under fire from his fans for his new aesthetic, which features grotesque imagery. We already went over this. It wasn't even that bad. Like, people are just, I don't even know if fans were mad over it. Sometimes they'd be posting like reaches. I don't know. They'll tell you that too, though. They know. And then someone else said, Bruce Report, rappers now focus more on aesthetic than making good music. And by the way, what I said before was because they're like somewhat of a meme page. So they try and rile up the audience. They know what they're doing. But they focus on aesthetic other than making good music. Now, Polo G liked this. Now, because Ken Carson is on the face, again, he has to be smarter with how he moves. Start a burner account so that you can actually like or use social media like a regular human being without everybody watching you. Because again, every single move you make on social media or just in the real world, IRL, when you are famous like Polo G, you have plaques, people are watching you. So you have to be super careful. This is why you start a burner. That's literally the purpose. Why do you think Cardi started Opium Move? So he could like post his little, I don't even know, feet pictures without anybody knowing or his fans knowing the real him. Whereas everything else, like, you have to keep pristine and perfect and mysterious. Like, that's the whole point, man. What are you doing? This is just dumb. Okay. So he got caught up doing that. People were hating on him because, I don't know, Polo G is a pretty big target, especially for the newer generation, just because I feel like he is kind of dumb, but also at the same time, it's just mid music, bro. I know it does numbers, but like, hey man, McDonald's is the most popular burger if we talk about numbers wise in the world. Like, they sell the most, but does that mean it's the best burger? No. But anyway, then Polo G tweets afterwards just explaining the whole situation. I like this because of the caption about rappers caring more about aesthetic than music and nothing to do with Ken Carson. This is exactly how beefs get created and people get hurt from blogs and fans trying to instigate shit. I want to see a collab then, bro. Start working with Ken. See what happens. Do you really think that he listens to Ken Carson's music? Because I really doubt it. I really do. Like the type of music he makes, there's no way that he enjoys those. Like he raps on the same fucking piano, harp, banjo type beats every single song. No way he would even, like, has he ever worked with Cardi? I guess he's talked about a whole lot of red in songs, I believe, from the lyrics. So maybe he's aware of who Ken Carson is. But I guess we can just say that Ken Carson caught a stray. Polo G got caught up. Log into the other account so you can like OnlyFans titties on your timeline without getting caught up. This is just elementary stuff, man. You got to be smarter. Oh, and more about Ken Carson. So he did like an interview saying that he is working on grunge rap for the next project. What the hell does that even mean? I know we've been more grungy as of late, ever since Cardi started the whole lot of red movement, and then everybody wants to be rock stars, and you know Uzi been doing that for a minute too. But like I feel like that was more of a clean aesthetic rock star, whereas now Cardi's kind of like screaming and shit, like real. Like there's metal and then there's rock, you know what I mean? There's alternative, which is a little bit more polished, like Juice WRLD and X, like you're singing, you're a little bit softer. Whereas heavy metal, you're slamming 3 lines of coke before you go take a shower because you can't get your dick up type shit. Now, let's see what Ken said. There's also a lone snippet, we'll check that out. But Ken Carson reveals his upcoming album, A Great Chaos, will be grunge rap. So this kind of makes sense given the pictures that he got backlash for, that he was under fire for on his Finsta, which isn't even his Finsta. It was someone else posting on that account. He just follows it. So I don't understand. I mean, maybe he's in on it, but he told me personally, he told me that wasn't him. Or maybe he just doesn't want to be associated with a Finsta because then he thought people might think it's corny, but who knows? Let's just see what he said about the grunge rap.
My next shit gonna sound like crazy slam. Okay. And my cover gonna be on some slam shit.
With the production of your music, I feel like it has its specific sound. You know what I'm saying? Very, very rock star, fuck it, and
yeah, I call it grunge rap. That's what I call it.
That's the one I was gonna.
Yeah.
That's the question I was gonna say.
Like,
I'm
happy a man knows. You ever heard slam? It's like slam rap. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like there's no really change in his music then, because I would already kind of categorize Cardi, Ken Carson, even like the newer generation rappers, like not even talking about Lone or anything, but Lone too. Actually, Lone is a little bit less grunge. Actually, it's a little bit like underwater sounding. But even like Hard Rock, Rolling Thrash, like they make more grungy music too. It's this rock influence that a whole lot of red brought into the game. So I don't think this is anything like groundbreaking. We already knew this, but we'll see what the next project is. It's kind of crucial. It's dropping in July. I was going to see like, you know, Lone past Ken, but can Ken take the throne back? And right now I feel like Ken has more hype than Lone. If I'm just checking out like the engagement on the Instagram page with posting a snippet from Lone, and then I checked the engagement on a post by Ken, and like Ken is washing him right now. So look, Destroy only got 2,500 on like a new snippet. Ken got 5K, bruh. So who's really winning right now? Then again, Destroy Lonely just dropped his album, so like the hype is kind of it's ready to die down a little bit and start regaining upon the next project. Whereas Ken is about to drop his project, A Great Chaos, in July. So of course fans are excited. So definitely take everything I just said with a grain of salt. But hey man, I don't know if Ken can get that 29K. If he gets 29K, I'll definitely like bow down or something, like praise Allah, be like, damn, this dude really did it. I'm not going against him at all, but 29K is just a hard feat, if you ask me.